And we're back with Dark Heresy and the wonderful players in our group, Gaius, Lothos, and Regia.
It's good to see you all again. I haven't seen you since you were this high. Well, it's a small screen, sorry.
We do live in the same house, you know.
Yeah, you could probably throw something at you if you're not careful. Yes, we left our players on board the Oath Unspoken, where Becky is worming her way into, I just said we're going to do a recap, and no doing it, into the Sable Trade smugglers, and the other two are out on a limb a bit with no plan. So, Becky, we'll start with you then. You're in the bar with the guy you saved. I can't remember for his name for the life of me. And he's buying you drinks for saving his life in this fight at the fighting pits.
I'm just wondering, I've got a name written down here and I haven't got a context for it, but I wrote it down, so it was obviously important in a previous play session. So is it Molpev Abdui? Oh my God. I'm just going to put that in the chat. You can figure out how that's meant to be said.
That is the captain of the Oath Unspoken.
Oh, that's the captain.
That's the road trader. That's the road trader.
Right. Okay. Right. That's. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I think the captain, your of the Sable Trade is Jarek Tarnell.
Yeah. I thought his ship was the Golden Husk.
Yeah, his ship was the Golden Husk. Yes, that's currently on board the Oath Unspoken. Yeah.
So what's the Sable Trader then?
The Sable Trade is the trade in the I can't think of the word. It's gone blank. The items you're investigating.
Right, that's called the Sable Trade, is it? Okay, yes. I know all the background to this game.
I have no idea why it's called Sable Trade. Because it's not sable in any sort of way at all.
Because law.
Probably. So, yeah, this guy is buying you drinks. And he asks you if you're looking for work.
Of course. Who isn't? That's why I'm on the ship.
Oh, good. He says.
Masters new.
We need a replacement now. My friend is no longer available.
Well, I don't know if I could replace him. I'm a good fighter. He was a pansy.
He didn't do too well, he says, and he holds his glass up for sort of like waiting for you to.
Yeah, I'll drink to how shit he was. Hey.
Yeah, he says, yeah, another round, barman. Give it my friend here. And he'll keep the drinks coming for quite a while, actually. He will sort of like be investigating, he sort of be questioning you about your background. So, where are you from?
The planet. Well, actually, no. I'm going to say a Forge world originally, but I left there a long time ago. I went to. Oh God, you know when you live in a place so long, I can't even remember the blinking name of it. It was just home, you know. Never actually called it by its name. What's the name of the planet I was just on? Desilium. Yeah, I spent some time at Desilium, but I didn't much like it there. It wasn't really my kind of vibe coming from a Forge world. So I headed up to the station back there, the space station, and I thought I'd hop on this ship and see where it was going next and try there. I know nothing about the planet we're going to.
Lucky for me, you did, he says. I'll be on the floor lying back in the bloody fighting pits if it weren't for you.
Oh. I sure you'd have won eventually.
Yeah, you can
Maybe with
handle
a few more
yourself.
broken ribs.
Have you done much fighting?
Yeah.
And have you got your own weapons?
I pull out my my las pistol. So this here is the Iron Will Repeater, 3rd edition. It's got the enhanced stock plate, the back bushes. It's look at the workmanship on this beauty. Look at it. Is that not just a feast for the eyes? And it's actually quite a simple sort of weapon, but clearly robust and well built. Because it's a Forge World weapon, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
nothing fancy about it, but I savor over it and talk about the technical specs for a good half pint. And then when I put that away, I'll bring out my huge shaft pattern anti-heretic sword. But I guess I'm just going to call it my sword in this case. I'll kind of catch it's my huge shaft pattern anti-arsehole sword.
And he's had a few while you were talking. He's had a few shorts while you were talking, and he's starting to.
And I see the Imperial logo on it, and I was like, I took this off some soldier, right? I did over.
Wow, he said that's impressive. Yeah, and it's just sort of guy we're looking for.
Oh, if only I was a guy.
Yeah, he's there. He's sort of like swaying a little bit as he's talking at the bar, and he says, "I think we should get you to see the captain." He says he's looking for people. Jarek, I think he'll like you. You can handle yourself.
Sure can.
Right, follow me then.
Yes,
And,
sir. I give an accidental Imperial salute.
He'll lead you out of the bar. The other two now, after seeing the fight go down at the fighting pits, you couldn't actually get to Reggie because of the crowds in the way.
Mm.
But you see, Reggie has sort of sorted it out and left with one of the sort of like aided one of the combatants to leave the area. The other one died on the floor of the combat on the fighting pits.
Mm.
Are you following them? Because I know Garnis is particularly good at following people in crowds.
I mean, my original idea, depending on how well Reggie would do, was to go and talk to the other guy and try and fill in the gaps and stuff. But I think if Gaius is seeing Reggie literally be led away quite jovially, then he's like, change of plan.
Yeah, but she's almost getting him away, sort of like protecting him as ushered away from this fight that's ensued that sort of like injured his friend who's on the floor bleeding now. He's sort of like got stabbed. And,
yeah. But now that we're seeing Reggie head off with this guy that he's made friends with her and stuff, then I think we should just follow. What do you think, Giorgio?
Okay, you're gonna follow.
Yeah, we follow maybe at a safe distance.
Oh well, yeah, obviously. But...
Okay, so you're following. Yeah, you can follow quite easy. The crowd is going in the opposite direction towards where the fight was. Obviously, the people that are rushing in now don't know it's actually over.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pushing through a bit, trying to keep Reggie and this guy in sight for a while. And you can see once you get clear of the fighting pits, they head to the nearest bar and they go in and stand at the bar and exchange a few words and having a few drinks. Are you going inside the bar or are you standing outside?
I think just probably the best place for earshot, but also I personally want to make sure that there's not going to be like an ambush kind of thing,
Okay,
like if his friends arrive, sort of thing.
Okay, so you're outside in the street. There's like food stalls around. Like use one of the food stalls. You can stand at it and order a drink.
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. If you can give me a roll at this point, then, which would be 4. I just got the mechanic sheet. It'd be sort of like a observation roll. I can look at the sheet. Can't tell you what's actually.
Oh, that's Holden Nuggets.
Observation, like scrutiny.
Scrutiny. That's what it's called.
That thing none of us can do.
Yeah.
Yes, it's majorly important. Oh, she wrote that.
Ooh, that's 19 out of 38.
Oh, okay. So that's a pretty good success. Isn't it?
That's decent.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I also just made it.
excellent. So you're looking around where you're standing there. Garnis is keeping more of an eye on Reggie through the window of the bar, make sure everything's okay in there. While Lothos is looking up and down the street, is covering the angles as he does. He can see that across, sort of a couple of stalls down from the bar, there's a stall selling weapons. And there's a couple of robed people standing at the stall. And the guy next to you notice, is shaking his head and he does a huge tut and a sigh as he watches these two robed figures negotiate for these weapons.
Okay. Did we already see like people dressed as such?
You have. They are some sort of pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
The ship is full of pilgrims.
Yeah.
On the way to tourists.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't make really out the description that you made. So there's some sort of armory.
Yeah, it's a stall, a market stall.
Okay.
And they have loads of weapons for sale. And these guys are
pilgrims
negotiating.
are bargaining for the price of their weapons.
Yeah.
Okay. And who's sighing and
Well, the guy standing next to you at the food stall you're at, he's sort of like, he sort of tuts and shakes his head and turns away, sort of like exasperation.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see he's been watching them.
He's been watching. Okay. I'm thinking about which side to take the conversation from. Pilgrims, right? Like generally to this sighing man, to see that if maybe it's some sort of racist kind of guy, or maybe try and see if he replies to me to make out his opinions.
I would say it's 40k. Everyone's racist.
Yeah. Yeah, but is he really racist?
Is it the good kind of racist or the bad kind of racist? Because
Is
that
he
makes
a
a
heretic
difference.
racist?
Yes. Yeah, that sounded wrong as soon as it came out of my mouth, being this 40k.
Yeah.
And
is he sort of like conservative, or is he racist enough to make it to reform? Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is I'm trying to make out to understand whether he has something specifically against those two or against the category.
Okay. You can't tell from his actions so far.
So I approach him, like maybe sitting to the chair next to him or whatever that is.
Yeah.
And looking at him and just saying something, the more generic the better, like this kind of people are everywhere, right?
Oh, God, you're telling me, he said. I've never seen these bloody pilgrims buy weapons like this before. They're all over.
And they're buying weapons. What for? I mean, they're pilgrims. They're not like a militia or whatever.
Wow, that's the problem, he says. No one knows. I don't know. It's a bit of a strange situation, but they've been doing it all over the ship since they boarded. These two especially, he pointed across the way at them.
Did you notice them doing anything weird that like unnerves you?
Wow, I mean, they don't need any weapons. I mean, they're just going to get transported to Taurus, and I'll get on with it. Something's going on. I don't like it. Put it down to experience, but there's something about him I don't like.
Yeah, and you look like someone who can't be fooled around easily, right? You would know.
Okay, the guy is he's sort of middle aged, looking quite weather worn. He's quite fit. He looks like he could handle himself in a fight. He says, "Yeah, no, I've been around." He says, "I've done a few jobs, if you know what I mean."
Well, how do I engage this guy? But you were talking about these two individuals specifically. Like you are following them around. Did they approach you asking weird shit?
Only recently, he says, someone came to me recently, a dark road, somber looking man, the same dress, the same as them. And he offered me quite a vague offer, but promising a large payout in thorium bone chips. I turned down the payment because of not because of the nature of the payment, but because the man seemed extremely untrustworthy.
I mean, given that you just told me you did plenty of jobs, for you to decline because of the trustworthiness, they really looked untrustworthy.
Yeah, I got a feeling that something's going down soon. He said he was quite vague about the details, but not because it was in the future, but because it was quite imminent.
Okay.
I'm thinking something's going to happen on the ship.
And so, like, they didn't share with you like the objective of what you were interviewed for.
Not until I signed on with them. No, they just sort of being at the ground. He said it was enough to put the kibosh on that. I didn't like the way they were talking at all.
Perfect. Well, sorry if I bothered you, and maybe offer him something to drink before reconnected with Gaius.
Oh, thank you, he says. He holds his hand out. Terence Dell.
What?
Is his name, Terence Dell.
Okay. Nice to meet you. My name is Lotto.
If you're ever in a tight spot and need someone,
I'll make sure to reach out.
yeah, I'm always on here. He says I've been here for a while now. I've got a cabin off the main drag.
Okay, so that I know where to find you if ever I will need you.
I'm always around.
Again, have a pleasant rest of the day. And I just refer what I've been told by this Terence to Gaius.
And you see, after what you've spoken about, you see that the two guys at the stall have taken up some handguns, some hand weapons and stuff. They put what's on the stall inside the robes in various bags they've got. But the money changing hands seems to be for a lot more weapons than they just pocketed.
Mm,
All right. So
it might be worth
following them around.
for about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think they're waiting some sort of delivery, maybe at a warehouse.
Okay.
Something the stall doesn't have here in place, but they paid for.
Mm.
Yeah, it might be worth checking it out. And I would also like to know where Reja is.
She's still in the
Well,
bar drinking.
yeah. Looks back
Oh
through
yeah,
the
she's
window.
drinking. Yeah, sorry.
She's fine. She seems fine. I'm sure
Okay.
she can handle herself. Oh, look, she's talking about her gun again. Why does she do that?
And Richie, the guy that you're with is staying with it now, but he's had enough, so he thinks, right, I'm off now. I'm going to contact the captain. I need a way of contacting you. What's your cabin number?
I'll come with you.
I don't think that's a great idea, he says. I think I might, after I broach the subject, introduce you quietly, a bit at a time.
It's just like, technically, I didn't get a ticket. I just helped myself.
Oh, nice one. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's well, you follow me then, and we'll see what we can do. So he leaves the bar and he sort of like bumps off a couple of people out in the street as he walks along.
Sorry, bumps off as in assassinates.
No, he sort of bumps
He needs
into.
to bump
Sorry.
into.
Oh, bumps into. Right.
But yes.
Not just walks in.
Stop.
Casual murder.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a John Wick film. And he leads you through different passages of the ship towards these quarters, which is 39B87E is the number on the side of the door when you get there. And he pushes the button and you hear a brrr, brrr. And I take it Lothos and Goris you're following?
Well, we were thinking about following those
You're following the other
pilgrims.
guy.
Yeah, I think Reggie will be fine for the moment. Famous last words.
I'll do the main quest. You bother yourself with the side quest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Regia, the door slides open and you see Jarek standing there. And he says, Tyrol, where have you been? Have you been drinking again? And he goes, well, I've just had a couple. He said just to help out. What name did you give Reggie, actually?
I'll just use my name, Reggie.
Reggie. Just buy Reggie a drink for helping me out. He says, I'm afraid Byron's dead. And they go through that, how that happened and description. And he says, oh, can we come in? I think Reggie is going to be a good replacement. So he asks you into the room. He explains, Tyrol explains how you've met and what happened. And Jarek is watching you the whole time.
How many people in the room?
Just you three.
And our mission is to assassinate him, right?
Well, your mission is to find out about the sable trade and then sort of like take care of everything.
Investigate first, then kill him. Okay.
So, yeah, he tells you all about this, and he's watching you in complete silence, actually. And he says, "Well, you can handle yourself if you've got Tyrell out of this fight. And you don't drink too much. You're more sober than what he is."
I appear to be able to take my drink a little better, but I've had the same amount.
Well, if you're interested in work, I've got space, obviously.
If the opportunity is good.
There's a lot of cash to be made.
I don't mind violence.
All the better. All the better. Violence is a big part of the trade, he says.
I
So-
crave violence.
I might have a little job for you coming up. Maybe next 12 hours.
Sure. What do you
I'll
need done?
arrange a little get together and I'll tell you what the mission is. That way you can prove your worth to me.
If it sounds like a deal worth taking, I'll take it.
Okay. And he will sort of like he'll pull you a shot and sort of he'll toast to seal the deal.
God, bloody hell. Many more of these and I'll be just as bad as what's his face over there?
Tyrol.
Tyrol. And I knock it back.
And he does the same thing at the same time. And he says, right, okay, I will give you this this chance. Don't muck it up. There's a lot of opportunity for the right person.
Mind if I just catch a couple of hours, Kip? I need to sleep off all this alcohol.
Not in my apartment. You go to Tyrol's. You can have Brian's bed. So it'll lead you like a couple doors down and you can sleep in that corner if you want.
Yeah, give me
Okay.
an opportunity to search the place as well.
Okay, so Tyrol goes in, he gets into bed and he's basically out in a drunken stupor. He's obviously been drinking a bit more during the day as well. He snores a lot. And when he's drunk and sleeping, he sweats quite a lot as well.
Nice.
So there's a bit of a pungent smell coming from him. But you can search the room if you need to.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind just having a little poke around, just in case it turns up anything.
Okay, so do you want to do me a search roll? Which will probably be
Scrutiny.
scrutiny again.
Sure.
Everyone's favourite.
I've put points in it now. Well, not. I've put enough points into it to not have a negative modifier, which is just as well because it means my 27 is a pass. A pass with no excess, but a pass.
Well, if it's known, you get to use the skill at 0. If it's trained, you get plus 10.
Yeah, I ain't got that.
Okay, so yeah, you while he's there snoring away, you search through the room. You see they have an assortment of weapons. Dangerous, but not the best quality. They have a fair amount of cash with them, actually. And a load of artifacts that are Xenos in origin, but maybe not as dangerous as the ones you've been investigating. More like trinkets rather than actual artifacts.
Still a heresy.
It is heresy, but sort of like very what he's got
Heresy
is like
light.
minor sort of stuff.
God, yeah, I don't want to act yet. I need to learn about this trade, but also I don't want to lose track of this stuff. I need some kind of tracking thing. I wonder, are we near enough any merchants on this ship? Because you described sort of shops in the corridors kind of
There
thing.
are merchants
Stores.
everywhere on the ship. Basically, the ship
Yeah.
is a city. This is
Yeah.
whatever you want.
So, whilst he's asleep, can I nip out for an hour or so and see if I can get any kind of like purchase a tracker? Like,
Purchase a
some-
tracker.
Yeah, some kind
Yeah.
of thing that I can put on that's like, I don't know, a RF signal or an occasional emitter or something. Little discreet thing that I can.
You could probably purchase a tracker relatively quickly. You could also, if you didn't want to buy, it'd take you longer. You could also go to the road trader captain and
I just want to do it while this guy's asleep. So
Okay.
I'll buy some trackers and the whatever console you need to actually do the tracking.
Yeah.
And then on the trinkets that are appropriate where I can hide it, I'll do that, and then I'll put one in the box.
Okay, yeah, you can do that, and you can get your head down as well as make it look like you've been asleep as well. So you've done that. It's taking you maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to complete all that. Meanwhile, he's snoring like a pig. He's not waking up anytime soon. Okay, if you go back to the other two, then
Oh, wait. I didn't notice any kind of security camera when I searched the room, though, did I?
you
Or
didn't.
microphone? No. Okay, good.
It's a standard just cabin for the ship.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, go to the others.
Yeah, the other two. You see the two robed people at the store. They sort of pack all this stuff into the zone. They turn away and they walk away, muttering to each other. And you're going to follow them through the ship, I take it, to their destination.
Mm-hmm.
They lead you quite a meandering type of route through different market stalls. They stop again in a couple of places and buy maybe daggers and long daggers like short swords and stuff as well. And they take those wrapped in bundles under their arms. So they do seem to be arming for something particularly, I don't know, arming for a fight, certainly. Jason, can you give me one of your follow rolls, your movement through the crowd rolls, a second?
Yes. So presumably this it's an enclosed space, but I guess it would still be navigate surface that I would use, right? Because the other one is navigate underground, I think, or something. Where even is? Oh, there. Oh, navigate surface or navigate stellar.
Surface of the surface.
Okay, so I get a plus 20 to that, which means I basically just know it, and it's intelligence, which is still shit. So I need to obviously up that where I can. That is a fail.
A fail. Okay. You see the two rogue figures walk towards what looks like a wall, and then all these crowds of people seem to pass in front of you. And when they sort of part again, you can't see them or where they went. So as you rush over into the general direction that these two people were, you hear the sound of plain song echoing down a corridor that's close by. And as you walk towards the wall in the corridor, it seems to grow louder. And then you catch on the air a sweet sense of incense wafting very strongly as the closer you go. And as you look around the corner to the corridor, you can see a massive chamber with arched windows looking out into the void. And glabbered on the floor ahead of you is hundreds of people in the same plain robes as the two you were following. They lend their voices up in praise of the immortal emperor, and above them a wizened old man in robes of a priest of the temple of Saramendium. Sacramentus leans over railing, leading the song through a Vox amplifier. And you can see then these two people moving around the far edge of the crowd in front of you. And they're heading sort of like up towards the head of the room where this wizened old man is leading the song.
Okay.
Are you going in?
I mean, if there's enough shadow / crowds to try and
inside, when you go through the corridor into the open space of this room, there is no crowd. They're all kneeling in song on the floor in front of you.
Okay, but even so, they're occupied.
They are occupied, yes, certainly.
Yeah, I think we need to move personally, or else we're going to lose them.
You're going to go in.
Yeah, Gaia certainly will.
Hey. You go in. As you enter the room, enter the big room, surprisingly, a robed figure appears from the left-hand side, just from a seat, a small seat that's just inside the room. And he says, brothers, have you come to join us? Did you hear the song and the praise of the emperor?
We heard a hint of it. That's why we were lured here.
Of course you were. Your spirit soars on high and is led to the emperor. Join the inheritors. Come.
Do we not need to be dressed the way you are before we do so?
As initiates, you can come in. You can begin at the beginning.
We can begin at the beginning, yes.
Once you are blessed, you can receive the robes. Once you're penitent and receive the flagellation, you will know the joys of the emperor.
Character me is pretty decent at deception, but I just have no idea what the fuck to say.
Let's just say we are about to get closer to the podium so that we can follow those guys around.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a quick scrutiny.
A quick scrutiny.
Quick scrutiny.
Do a slow, arduous, painful scrutiny. That's still a fail. Yeah.
That's one level of success.
Oh, okay. So as you're negotiating, talking to this brother at the entrance to the chamber, Lothos, you sort of glance around and you see these two disappear into a door behind the not altar but stage at the front of the room.
Oh shit.
To go there now, you'd be walking in front of all these gathered people. You would be seeing definitely. And the song drones on and on and on.
Like I lean into Gaius and tell him like these two are beyond reach now. So we might as well stay here and see what this cult is about.
Okay.
You will stay. Excellent. You shall listen now to the preacher Lazarin, and later the confessor Graves will take your confessions and issue your penitence.
I hope the God Emperor isn't listening.
No, I hope he is listening and he will nuke this place. But yeah, or in due course.
So, you take you kneel at the back of this group, and you're given a couple of prayer sheets and song sheets, and pointed at the place at the hymn where you should be, and sort of prodded to start singing.
Yeah, I didn't get the last sentence, Phil. I'm sorry. No, the audio went out. I'm sorry if that's fun. I assume it said something because it was all quiet for a sec.
We're been given song sheets and told like, right, start singing from there, kind of thing.
Okay,
Pointed-
you're up to
pointed-
red.
And I've posted the lyrics for you in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not what it is, but yeah, nice.
Your abs are rat.
We love you, cops or not. Wow.
You're the reason heretics get got.
That's precious.
It's the
Thank
reason
you,
that
Becky.
kids
That's
get
precious.
got. Yeah, there you are. In the essentials, that is the general feel of the of the hymn. Yeah, I mean, if you want to stay, I mean, you're going to be there, and you're going to be on your knees, and you're going to be singing for the next couple of hours.
Oh, we could be getting some sleep.
Wow. Sleep.
Yep.
This
Becky
really is a
she's-
fantasy game.
Yeah, so after the singing and the chanting ends, everyone praises the emperor and hails the emperor, and the throng starts to break up. The guy that came to you, that met you at the door, comes over and says, "Right, please come now to your confession, your first confession."
I mean, we would love to hear a confession from someone else if we are able to, I suppose, get an idea. I've never believed in the Emperor God before.
Ah!
I never know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not going to get you very far with this group, I must say.
Thank God the comms were out and Richard didn't hear you.
Is it, you want to go that route?
Actually, no. I've got a better idea. Scrap that. I will comply.
You're going to comply. Okay. Okay, so they as people start leaving, they lead you down to the one side where this little hut has been put up, this little thing with a confession room, confessional, and you're signaled to go into. So Confessor Graves is inside. Please enter and bear your soul to the emperor. So who's going first?
I don't mind, but I'm going to try probing them about information about these guns. Well, guns,
Okay.
weapons, swords, blah.
Yeah, like the general motives of the cult rather than just voting ourselves into it.
So who's going in first then?
Do you want to go, Jason, or do you
Okay.
want me to go?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay, so as you come in, you hear a very soft-spoken voice, very conversational, and he appears to be asking you a few questions. "Hello, my son, who are you?" And he seems to be a very good listener. As he asks you questions, "What do you have to confess today, my son?" Talking very Catholic, I know, but
Well, I presume it is similar, yeah. Presumably, I can sort of see a little bit through the.
Yeah,
Is it
you
like
can
a
see a
mesh?
little bit of face, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hooded, but you can see like a nose, and he's quite a young person from what you can see.
That's what I was
Not
trying
like-
to
Yeah, not like
gauge
the
how
guy
old
was-
he is, kind of thing. Okay, it's quite young. Okay, in that case, I will start with a couple of "All Hail the God Emperor," blah de blah de blah. But then I will say, before I give you my confession, Father, we have more weapons coming for the cause.
More weapons, and his voice starts to build now. He started very quietly, but every word is becoming more fervent as he speaks about weapons.
Mhm.
More weapons. So you've come to deliver these. You have them for us.
Not yet. We have people bringing them.
When will they have them? Has Zek told you when they'll be here?
Soon, probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What? Do you have trouble getting them off of the ships, the dock ship?
Yes, we're starting to arouse a bit of suspicion with the amount of stock.
Okay, he says. Okay, understandable. Don't do anything to raise suspicion. Just get them up here as soon as you can.
Of course. Do you need anything
As can wait another
specific?
day. It's not an issue.
Do you need anything specific?
Just
I could
those
always
weapons.
get some other people on hand.
How can we know they're trustworthy?
Well, you trust me, don't you?
Well, obviously, if you're bringing us weapons, if Zach sent you, yes. Well,
Yes, he did.
if you have a few people, if your crew wants to take part, then yes.
Okay, then we'll bring more weapons.
Excellent. Okay, so the plan will depend completely on us receiving those weapons. Once we have them, we can move.
Understood.
And he says, "Thank you, my son," and all the
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. And I think I'll also ask, do we need to is there anybody in particular who needs access to these weapons, or are they distributed amongst all of us?
just make sure they come to me, and I will see they are distributed.
I see. And what was this guy's name again? Grayers or
Confessor Graves.
Graves? Okay.
Yeah, Niles Graves.
Okay.
I think he's misunderstood the holy text when it comes to arms.
Lol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going in now, Lothos, or not?
I'm gonna quickly just exchange what went on in there. Excuse me. I definitely think that we need to get him after he's finished and apprehend him.
I'll maybe try and find the motives of their movements, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, I go inside as well.
Mm-hmm. And the same thing happens. He says, He says, "My son, what is your sins? How have you offended the God Emperor?"
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, and I've been asked for help, which I declined, and people suffered because of me. So I want to be put at good use. Please, Father, tell me what I have to do to be useful for you.
Okay, he says, "Join the order now, where there is great work afoot. We shall strike a huge blow for the Emperor."
But you see, Father, I am not. I don't see myself fit to do what must ask of me. What is that you require of me?
You will find a strength in the actions of you and your brothers. We all act as one.
Is it violence?
Certain amount of violence needs to be done in the work for the Emperor. The Emperor delivers what we need. We have need of a ship, and we are on a ship.
No, I didn't get it. Phil, I'm
He says
sorry.
we have need of a ship, and we are on a ship.
Okay. I took it out. Just let me double check.
Oh, you can use your psyker abilities.
No, I was just looking at my characteristics to see how far
Okay.
I can bullshit him around. Yeah, not that much. Oh, fuck me. You see, what I was thinking about doing is that, of course, I don't want to actually join the
Totally.
the cult per se. So I'm not even trying to pronounce anything I'm given. Rather, find a way out, like fainting some sort of collapse or
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to sort
anxiety
of like,
attack, anything of sorts.
yeah, you could do that. You mean you could sort of play act like a religious seal and be overcome by the spirit of the Emperor, if you will, and sort of collapse on the floor and have to be taken away.
Yeah, some of sorts, so that I don't actually have to vow anything to them. I have to be rushed out, and of course, I just got what I needed to get.
And you can do that. Just let me have a quick. I need to have a quick roll of something in a minute. Which is going to be a stop. Okay, yes. Yeah, you do that and you collapse on the floor and he shouts, "Brother, brother!" And he dives out of the confessional and round to your side. "Quickly, help me! The brother has collapsed in what was he? Exaltation, or is further for the Emperor is overcome him." And they carry you off to a bench and lie you down and give you a few sips of water and flap a towel in front of you to give you a bit of air and bring you around. And in the meantime, he carries on with his confessional stuff.
So extra, so extra.
While that's happening, I want to really try and get a good look at Father Graves, like as much that's showing out of his.
Okay,
That is
as he
possible.
comes out then, and he kneels down next to Gaius, that's sort of partly inside the box, is still out, he pulls back his hood.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
And yeah, he is quite young. He is quite what's the word? He's quite mild looking, quite yeah, mild manners in his actions. He seems very pious. But as you were talking to him, Goris, in the confessional, his voice was building as he was speaking about it, and you can tell that once he gets going, he could well be a bit of a real firebrand.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of lures you in with the meek and milder stuff, and then hits you with the firebrand and all that sort of thing. The Xenos and the Heretic.
Yeah. Proper zealot.
Yes. Yeah, like they do. So do we want to stop for a break? Giorgio's popped out.
I was going to say Giorgio's called break, apparently.
Yeah, okay.
Right, see you in a couple.
5 minutes or so, yeah. Okay,
Yep.
lovely. Hi, Becky.
Hello. Oh, the news is depressing today, isn't it?
In it every day.
Well,
Which bit particularly?
uh,
Have support for illegal strikes or the illegal strikes? Oh,
I mean, if we're going to get involved in that at all, surely we have a long tradition of helping the oppressed. So
I don't.
that would be fighting against America. But I don't want to play that Iran.
I don't know if we'll get involved because Stammer was actually.
They might trigger Article 5 after tonight.
What's Article 5?
NATO treaty.
I don't think you can. It's not in the North Atlantic. That you can. They can ask you to defend their troops, and we could get drawn in because the fact we get. It won't be a NATO thing though. It'll just be.
The thing is, I wouldn't see. I don't think you could. Like the thing, like America did it, right? They started it. It's their own shit to deal with.
Yeah.
We're still fighting the last war they bailed on.
It's illegal as well.
Yeah. Didn't go through Congress at all.
No.
Yeah. The soldiers should have refused, but they're obviously pro-Trump, as we've seen from them all turning up and marching out of sync. So it all seems a bit confusing.
Yeah, and booing the media.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah,
strange.
when
America's a strange place anyway.
Before his whole birthday shenanigans, he did the speech to the army.
He did,
and he was slagging off people he didn't like, including the media, and they were literally booing.
I did hear that they were.
The army were booing the media.
I did hear that they were handpicked. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, then they would have marched in unison. I thought that was a silent protest. That was the kind way of putting it. But
what the sloppy way they was marching.
I mean,
that's what people thought.
Either that, or they're not a professional army, and they were just MAGA people given a camouflage suit, which they probably already own.
Well, that's possible. That's what they've done with ICE, isn't it? Just sign up anybody that's in a weapon group. So that's possible.
I mean, that wasn't an army marching.
It wasn't very good, was it? I mean, you see that, or sort of like something like Trooping the Colour, and it's completely different.
Yeah. I mean,
and the actual proper fascist states where they're absolutely perfectly in unison.
Yeah.
But apparently they don't train to parade like we do.
No, I'm sorry. You go through basic training, you know how to march.
Well, you think so. You watch some of those.
You know how to march. You go through basic, you know how to march.
They were showing how to march. Yeah, certainly.
Drill training is just part of it. It's like the first couple of weeks, and it's ingrained.
Yeah,
I've heard that described as ambling, walking.
It was a stroll.
Yeah. They weren't particularly in order, I think, but I mean, the Trooping the Colour was on the same day, wasn't it, or something? And it's oceans apart.
Yeah. I mean, either that wasn't a professional army or they were protesting, and yet apparently booing the media and and vetted on all pro-Trump. I mean, is it really just that all the pro-Trump people in the army are the dregs?
Well, they did I saw a video of the Coldstream Guards, and they were going back to, I forget what it was now, somewhere up the country where their regiment was actually based originally, and they were going back for the anniversary, and they marched to the train station in better order than Trump's troops marched on parade. So, yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Because people were saying there's too big a gaps behind. I thought we was going to see like rows of tanks and missiles and shit, but it was sort of like someone holding a drone up as they walked past.
Yeah, Chinese one at that. Chinese civilian drone.
It just
didn't even have a grenade adapter.
Trump did have a meltdown afterwards, all through the night, apparently.
It seems like the person who's arranged it thought, fuck this. I'll do the worst job I possibly can. I mean, he had a 21 gun salute and stuff, didn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bizarre country at the moment. Not a serious country anymore.
No. Well, I mean, the civilized world is just, so different, and yet America fills our news feed. It's so odd, isn't it, that here in the civilized world we talk about America.
Yeah.
That's the impact of their military prowess, isn't it?
Well, at the moment,
Although it's a military prowess, they'll only use against an inferior opponent, as we've seen. They're cowardly.
Mm.
They won't do what's right. They'll just do what's easy.
Yeah. Oh, America at the moment is like a stroppy teenager with a gun.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
know what American teenagers are like with a gun. Anyway, should we play a game?
Yeah.
Yes, playing the game. Okay, so we left it with Lothos recovering on a bench and someone flapping a sheet over him, and Reggie asleep in her borrowed cabin. So once Gaius and Lothos, once you get out of there, what are you doing?
Of course, I refer to Gaius that they are planning on overthrowing the control of the ship. I don't know why. I don't know when. Because, of course, the priest didn't seem like he was willing to give out any more details.
It was today, if from the hints, they were expecting the weapons today, and they said they'd move as soon as they had the weapons. So,
yeah, Gaius said
I was just about
though.
to say Mrs. Person who isn't there.
Yeah, no, I was translating.
Okay.
She got a comm unit open.
Yeah. That was part of why I said that, to try and buy us a bit more time.
So,
because it sounds like this guy is very pro-Emperor, but as you said, Lothos, it's like, why are they doing it? Is it really for the good of the Emperor?
Is it really for the good of the only Emperor?
Indeed. So we need to get proper information out of him.
So we might as well wait for the crowd to disperse, and maybe apprehend him on a separate occasion.
That's what I was thinking.
okay, so as you sort of hang around the hall for a while, waiting for this to end, and this goes on for another couple of hours, while he's seeing these people. And when it's over, he comes out, and there's still actually quite a few people around. And he speaks to them as he's walking back through back to the front of the hall again, where towards the door these two other guys disappeared. People are following him, and he's talking to him, giving him advice and blessings and stuff, and he's moving, but there's always seems to be a crowd around him.
What's the range of our comms, by the way? Like, can we get in contact with Regia?
You could, yeah.
Okay. I think things are moving a bit too quickly, and we need to get her involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, still there's 3 of us.
Regia, I need to pull you into the side quest.
Oh, okay. Well, after getting up to speed,
Yeah.
seems to me like we need to stop the weapons delivery as the first instance, and then investigate this cult, because we'll need time to do that. So the answer, I think, is to hit this Zek guy. We know where his weapon stand is. We know he's got a ship he's offloading from.
Yeah.
let's start at the weapons stand and see if we can ask for something that would only be on the ship.
Hmm.
I'll head there now. I think
Okay.
it was outside the bar, so it shouldn't be too far from where I am.
It's not too far now. All three of you, while you're talking about that, you get a notification through on your communicators that the Lord Captain has invited you to a banquet in the ship's Great Hall.
Oh shit.
Uh,
How do we want to play this out?
I think we should just tell him what we've found.
It's the lovely spot for a terrorist attack.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should just tell him that we've found a cult that seems intent on taking the ship, and we're just hurrying to try and close it down because we found out about it very late.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling them that over your comms rather than...
No, I think it would have
No.
to be more discreet, wouldn't it, to do it via comms.
You go up to the bridge, or you're not going to attend the banquet. You want to do it before the banquet.
Yeah, definitely.
I would respond with, I'm on my way to... No, hang on. What's the subtle way to do it? Midway through arresting thousands of people.
Thousands
That's
of
not
people.
subtle.
Hundreds. Well, it doesn't
Too
say
many
what's going
zeros.
on, but it's might be enough that he wants to find out. You see.
Oh, yes. I'll pass the message on to the Lord Captain. So just this person, and you get a call back in a very short time, and it is indeed the Lord Captain this time. And he says, "What do you mean? You found a insurrection aboard the ship?"
That's one of the investigations ongoing, and we're rushing now to stop it.
Who is it? What do they want?
I'm terribly sorry. I've just arrived at something I need to deal with. Lothos.
It's the mournful song.
The communic not working properly. Yeah, well, I don't really think that holding the banquet is a good idea, per se. What does he want from us again? He invited us to the banquet.
Banquet, yes.
No, we're not coming. You're not holding the banquet.
He's just, and then Becky informed him there's some sort of insurrection on board. He wants to know.
No, what I said was we were midway through in arresting hundreds of people.
All right, he wants to know what's about. Effectively, hundreds of people could cause a big problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just give us time to sort this thing out, and then you can have all the banquets you want. Even twice a day.
Okay, that seems to be fine with him if you think you can deal with it.
Hopefully.
He's going to lead up to the acolytes of the Inquisition. You must know what you're doing, sort of thing.
Well, I assume our characters know what they're doing.
You
We as
assume,
players, on the other hand.
that, yes.
The benefit of theatre of the mind.
Yeah. Shit.
So, Becky, we're off to the hold to look for a
No,
ship.
this is Zek's arms stand where they did the buying from. So that's the front, isn't it? It was a shop. Well, the front.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Zek, the arms dealer, had a stand that was the front.
Yes, yeah, there was an arms dealer there, yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to start there. Hey, do you have the Will of the Emperor edition of the Bolter by Steel Forged?
I don't. I could possibly order something for you if you're. I could get it on
What you
order.
got that's a little, good quality, so it's a little bit special. Like, as long as it's on board, I'd like it today,
Oh, today that's a bit of a rush. We've got a lot on.
Well, I don't mind. Look, I'll even go down to the warehouse, make it easy. I'll pay here and then head down there. How about that? You just message them. Wherever your warehouse is. I don't know. I don't know how it works. What you got?
Well, we have a selection of Space Marine bolters.
Marine bolters. So, Imperial pattern.
Top quality.
Yeah, but they tend to be a bit basic. I like the extras.
Laser guidance and.
Oh, now you're talking.
Bullets that have been bolts that have been drilled in such a way that as they cut through the air and spin, they play a tune that is the hymn of the Emperor.
Fuck yeah! Got any anodized?
They're going to be quite expensive.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Just tell me where to pick it up from.
I'll need some cash up front.
Hand over some cash.
Okay. Okay, so if you go down to hold 7. Rack AA23. There's a ship there called the Mole.
Mole.
Tell them that Cordell Lux sent you.
Cordell Lux. Right. On my way. Thank you. And I'll pass that on to the others. Meet you there for a gunfight.
Everybody's going down to the ship, are they?
Yeah, we're gonna. If we delay the guns, then we can investigate the.
Okay.
Robes after.
Well, there is that guy as well that Lothos spoke to earlier. This
the mercenary.
Mercenary guy, yeah. I
Yeah,
can't remember his name.
My mate.
Yeah,
Terrence Dow.
Terrence, yes. Do we plan to involve him?
Well, if you want a sheep to get shot, you can wear a red coat for us.
I was thinking more he could sort out reducing collateral damage elsewhere. Well, if he's privy to something is definitely going down today, tomorrow, then he can, provide traffic control.
Well, potentially.
Yeah, me as a player, of course, don't see how that might play out. As in, there is one of him and a city-like spaceship to control. It's just one.
He's a mercenary, so he's a guy with a gun. We could use him here as we're going up against people with guns.
Yeah, he's coming with us. It's not crowd controlling anything.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, he's a citizen. But if he's willing to take the risk for the money, then we could pay him to fight by our side. We're about to have a big gunfight, right?
The real Emperor can pay for him.
Well, exactly. I don't count the coins. That's somebody who wears glasses.
4, 3, 9. Okay, so yes, if that's what you want to do, you can sort of contact him, Lothos, and he will ask you a few questions. What's about? So he'll say, what do you need me to do? Well, are you divulging that you are Inquisition?
Being him a mercenary, maybe he worked for the likes of us. Maybe not. Maybe he was on the other side of the fence.
He probably has worked on your side of the fence.
Yeah.
And
So
could be in the
I
future.
So I'd rather not tell him that we are actually Inquisition, but
So
just
what
that
you-
we were hired by the captain of the ship to
Ah,
resolve an issue. And since he shared with me his line of work, we might employ him.
the Lord Captain, he says that yes, I am. I don't want to do anything to put me on the wrong side of the Lord Captain, as this is where I'm currently living. No, certainly I will aid the Lord Captain in his endeavours.
So I just share with him the basic details about what we know.
Okay.
I'd rather refer to them as an organized group rather than a cult, so that he doesn't get the
Do we
wrong
need to tell him
ideas.
about the cult side or just the arms dealer side?
Yeah, I would just tell him about them being an organized group that
'Cause he's
are
like the one
planning
that-
or taking control of the ship through
He's
violence.
almost
and
like the
weapons.
one that pointed it out to you guys, really. So
Oh yeah, he
dressed
knows.
like cultists at least.
Yeah, so I just tell him, the guys that you pointed at me at the weapons stall, they are planning to take control of the ship.
Take control of the ship. He says,
Mhm.
I knew
So
what
we
they
really
were
need
asking
of
me
the.
was- I know what they were asking me wasn't 100% right, but the ship, damn. This is what the guy looks like. This is what Dal looks like. It's in the messenger chat.
Oh, he's quite old as well. Definitely a badass.
He's had a few jobs.
Always trust a grey-haired mercenary.
Mm-hmm. On solo-ish kind of vibe.
He said, so he's willing to help because it's the Lord Captain. Name carries a lot of weight. So you're going to meet Reggie down somewhere in the area of the ship before you progress forward. I take it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
we'll meet in hold 7, but a little bit down from rack AA-23.
Okay. So yeah, you can meet the four of you meet up, and you're all armed but not armored.
Wait, what? Going into a
Armored.
firefight, surely I'd wear my armor.
You're gonna wear your armor, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna stand out a bit. Is everyone wearing their armor as well? Have you got it?
I don't really have an armor. I have like the flak vest. It's not really an armor, so yes.
I'm the same. I don't tend to go for the big bling shoulder pads.
As far as I understand it, that guy in the picture that Phil shared is wearing a flak vest, isn't it? Isn't that what it looks
He's
like?
got a flat
in the-
vest on. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not.
That's a flat vest, okay.
Yeah. I have a combat
Well, yeah.
vest, Imperial Guard flak armor. So it's full body of that, basically.
Yeah, probably in sort of imperial colours, but
Oh, well, I mean, because I've left the army and joined the Inquisition, so I've probably gone for a more drab things so that I don't stand out wearing it as I go around.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so you can be ready to go. How are you going to approach it? What do you want to do? You all met up away from rack AA-23.
Yeah, and I think we're just going to march towards it, find this ship, and kill everyone / blow it up.
Okay, so as
Then
you
never come.
march down the corridor, there's a corner coming up.
Mhm.
If you look around the corner, you will see a rear hatch, loading hatch, open on a ship, on a lighter. This is a class of ship, and they are pulling crates out, loading it onto a anti-grav transporter bed thing, and it's sort of like long crates of like what would be like rifle size. You would have seen this, Becky, in your military days. Weapons crates, effectively.
Okay, and does that look like it's rack AA-23?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
There's the side.
sneak
There's
up
not
and-
only is the side, the back door, the back loading door is open on the ship. The side door is open as well. There are currently 4 people working at the back of the ship.
I'd like to sneak as close, reasonably close, because I have a las pistol. And I'm imagining it's quite a large space. So
It is quite a large space. You're in a hangar, effectively.
Yeah.
This ship is racked along sides of others, top, above and below you, and there's some across the other side of the bay.
Yeah.
You've just basically ships flown in and docked into the side.
yeah, so I'd like to sneak a little closer and sort of find a bit of cover nearby.
Okay, can you do me a sneaky roll, please?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Given they're
do
distracted and
wealthy.
moving and shifting heavy boxes
They are,
around, do I get a
so
bonus?
You do have a bonus. So, do you have it at known, trained, or experienced?
I have it known.
Known. Okay, so
Same
that's
here.
0 with no penalties. They are distracted, so you can get a +10. There is cover, so you can get another +10.
Okay.
Ooh la la.
That takes me to a 50-50. I fail.
I got 100.
Okay, so 2
Very
failures.
fail.
I'd like to spend a hit point, a fate point, if I
Has-
can.
I've not
George
got it.
frozen. Oh, he has.
yeah.
it.
No, I didn't. Sorry. Shit.
You were very still there for a second. I was sure you had frozen.
No, I fell terribly.
You failed. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you,
There's
as
no
you
spend
point.
a
I
fate
we all
point to reroll.
failed.
yeah, as you walk,
Well,
try
I
and
mean, you
sneak
could,
in.
but you'd be the only one. It's like we're still good. We're still spotted as a group. We just collectively failed so badly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
very
mean,
well, I will leave it.
dressed as you are for combat, you're a little bit maybe too bulky for the walkway. Someone bounces off someone else, and you knock a chest of tools over, and it clatters across the catwalk. And someone at the loading looks up and sees you, all 4 of you, sort of like walking down, weapons drawn, in sort of your flak armor, and he shouts a warning. So, combat them. So that is the description of the scene. Rolling initiative. So each character gets a D10 plus their agility bonus. And what is Mr.
Good
Bell's
grief.
agility bonus?
Well, it makes sense given a fumble that I'm super slow.
He's got 4.
But by the sounds of it, not quite as slow as whoever's got a 4.
No, that's his bonus is a 4.
Oh. Well, la-di-da.
I hope that's our ally, not the enemy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
good.
cool.
Good.
Dell has 8. And the bad guys, let me see where they to. Back to the core book. And as Mechanicus. Let's say. Too many people. Okay, that's a. Oh, it's only one. That's a one. Roller. Do. 10 plus 1. Go. Oh, number 11. There we go. That's the bad guys. So, okay. On your turn, your character gets 6 seconds to take an action, a full or two half actions, a reaction, and or an extended action. So, who's going first, and what do you want to do? Who's first?
I believe it's
I
me,
believe
according to those
Regis
numbers.
It's
Okay.
me.
So, you said there's 4 of them, right?
There are 4 of them. You can see there are 4 people that were loading. Or unloading, as it were.
Okay. I'm gonna do. Right, I'm going to use the expert of violence, so I'll blow my fate point to auto hit with a level of success. One
Okay.
level of success. The guy that
Right,
shouted
is
the
that-
warning first. He's too alert.
Can you actually split that amongst targets? Can you?
Which is an interesting question because there is the whole thing of twin shot. I just assume it's my turn when I've done it previously, to be honest. So, so the reason I asked if there's 4 of them wasn't to hit all of them. It was it was to understand if I should do it or not, and I've decided to
Okay.
do it because it's a lot of targets, a lot of incoming fire potentially.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm auto hitting. Actually, I suppose what I could do is I could do it as a twin shot. Make the first because that works, doesn't it? I could take 2 out because if I do the twin shot and then use a fate point on each of them, they'd both auto hit with a level of success.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. I'll wound or kill 2 of them initially then. So that's D10 plus 4. Oh, 13 for the first guy. And I rolled a 3, so that's 7. 3, I can't re-roll 3 with my trait. It's the worst result I could get.
Oh, what have you got? What can you
So I've
do?
got 13 and a 7.
13 and a 7 was their damage.
Still better than a kick up the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 13 kills one outright.
Yeah, that's the one that shouted the warning. I get him right through the face.
Yeah. He just as they heard
That
you,
was
he
your
spun
last
around, he looked
warning.
at you, and he was full on you. Just shot him right in the face. There's just a big crater in there now and a hole at the back. He falls backwards, and your second shot, a guy hits a guy high in the shoulder, in the chest, and he spins and drops behind one of the crates. The other 2 sort of go down and sort of pull up blast guns. So Lothos, you're next.
Okay, so just let me see the effect of this. Okay, so I don't recall if I already used this power because it's one of the last I acquired. But it is Misfortune, which is on page 204 of the PDF.
Yeah.
So basically, I do a willpower test. A single target in range and line of sight does a opposite roll. If it failed to resist, for the duration, the target armor points are reduced in all location by half my psi rating, and the target's weapon also jam on any attack which they fail to hit the target.
Okay.
So I'm rolling for willpower, spending 1 point of fate point, one fate point, sorry. Oh, that's 4 levels of success.
4 levels of success.
Yeah.
Wow.
13
Wowee.
out. No, it's 4. It's 23 out of 63.
Yeah. That's pretty good. So, okay. That's going to affect their ability to So what is it you've
So basically, their armor points is reduced by 1 in all location,
okay? So
and every time they miss, their weapon jams.
okay, so it's their return fire. Only 2 of them can return fire because Becky's killed 1 and 1's down at the moment for this turn. So they try to return fire.
This was actually an alpha action, so I still got to do something, right?
Sorry?
This misfortune thing was an alpha action. Do I get to do the other alpha action?
Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, jumped ahead there.
No, yeah, don't worry. I was just making sure that I did not miss anything. Okay, so basically I hurl some debris or some rocks at them. Anything I can like lift with my telekinesis. And
there's crates around or spanners, screwdrivers, that sort of
yeah,
thing.
I take a crate and hurl it at one of those standing.
Okay.
No, that's a fail. This one.
Okay, so he just managed to he sees it coming and just dodges aside. As the first guy, he will level gun at you, Giorgio, and he will fire. Do you want to dodge?
Do I? I'm trying, even though I suck ass. But yes,
it's always worth it.
Yeah, I failed terribly.
You failed terribly.
Yeah.
Okay, so he aims, he pulls the trigger, and he misses. The shot goes past you and zings down the corridor behind you.
And now that weapon is jammed.
Yep, he's now jammed. Okay, but I note it down. The second one fires. I've already rolled this because I did a 4. He fires at Dell actually, and he hits. What's the last gun? 1d10 plus 3.
Pistol is 1d10 plus 2.
Okay, 1d10 plus 2, which is what he's got. He's got a pistol.
Okay.
Number of dice. That's number of dice. Sides 10. 10. Boom, stop. Oh, shit. You need this plus 2, so he did 3 points of damage. He's a very bad shot. Or very unlucky, one of the two. So what has he got damage-wise? He's...
How many points of damage, sorry?
3.
Not to you. This is to Dell.
Right.
The guy missed you. So he had... The Dell is now down to 7. Okay, so back to the top again with Becky.
Hello.
No, it's...
Oh, sorry, guys. It's you, isn't it? Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. I do it all the time. It's about time that somebody else did it to me. Yes. I think since I have a frag grenade left, I'm going to use it. I'd like to move up as close as I can first, and my idea is to try and throw it into the ship.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What? It's 40k. I could do it well.
Yeah, no, you can do what you are. I was only laughing because I know that ship's full of ammo crates.
Well, yes, exactly.
Just wondering how many other ships you're going to hit.
Okay.
All part of the heretic cycle of death and destruction.
Yes, if you want to half action to creep up a little bit further. Is that right? And then a half action to throw. He's throwing a half action.
If not, I'll spend my turn moving up.
Where is frag grenade? That's hand cannon. It's not that, is it? Oh, grenade. There we go. Class thrown range rate of fire damage. Okay, special. It doesn't say class thrown. It doesn't say there what that's half action or what. What's this then? Here we are. Stunts with tactical. Yes, okay, half action to throw.
Okay.
Yeah, it's half action. So you can use a half action to move.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend a fate point to re-roll.
Okay.
It was nearly, but not quite. Oh, that's better. That is, oh god, maths. It's not quite 2 degrees of success. I got under by
Okay.
16.
One and a bit then. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, you can move up and you've got quite a good position now. You're behind like a docking console for the next ship along.
Yep.
So the ship before the one you're after, you're ducked in behind the console and you pull your grenade out. What is it? What type of grenade is it?
It's a frag grenade.
Frag grenade.
Yeah.
And you can stand in.
So initial damage is 8, but it has the whole blast thing.
It does have the whole blast thing now.
Which I can't remember how it works.
Was that your? Did you do a throw roll?
Yeah. Well, it's not a throw roll, is it? It's I rolled under strength, is it?
Yeah,
Strength.
The strength. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you pass that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you passed that, and that was your 1.5, was it?
Yeah, 1.5 degrees of success, and then
okay.
Damage is 2d10x, so my 2d10 is 8.
So it's
total.
into X is explosive, isn't it? So into the back, into the cargo hold of the ship, which then explodes. There is a scatter diagram, but because of where you've thrown it, it's mostly coming back out of the ship, if anywhere, rather than anywhere else. Which doesn't get the guys on the platform that was unloading, to be honest, because they're off to one side. It comes
Not
back
the point.
It splatters the ship that you're crouching down next to. The front of that gets damaged as well. Let me see now. What would that be? There is a section on collateral damage. Where is collateral damage? Because you've blown up a ship inside a ship. Let's mark it day. All right, okay, so that will. So if I roll that, power conduits would be, probably would be a power conduit somewhere as well. We're not going to be, luckily for you, I don't think we're going to say you're in a hole, so you're not going to be close to the outside of the ship. So you're not going to punch, you're not going to rupture the outside of the ship.
Again, not what I was planning. It's all about getting it in.
Yeah, you got it in. You've got it in, it's blown up, and there are secondary explosions. Okay.
Yeah.
So that takes out that. Okay, so you've destroyed the weapons.
Good.
Okay, there are secondary explosions from the ammunition. Oh. Okay, the docking clamps fail, and the ship crashes down to the tier below.
Oh.
Oh dear, we're going to be in trouble with the captain.
Just say it was their fault.
They had munitions on board. It went
Mhm.
wrong. Okay, so okay, so the 1, 2. Okay, there's 2 up. One's dead. One's injured. One's fiddling with his gun, and he looks at the ship slowly sliding beneath the walkway, and he just pauses right there. The other one starts running for a companionway to get off the docking level. The ship, several explosions happen inside the ship. There is a large explosion where a huge cloud of smoke and flame come jetting out the back of the ship as it crashes down. The ship you're next to is damaged. The ship suddenly stops with a jolt as it hits the ship below, and then starts moving slowly again as it pulls the second ship below out of its docking clamps. And that sort of like starts moving downwards. The nose of the ship that goes up like that and starts going down, almost like it's sinking in the water, but it's obviously not. There is a large explosion from below you, and the whole platform you're on starts shaking. Becky, what do you want to do? There's one
Distance
guy
myself
left.
from Gaius. I'm gonna double shot him.
You're going to double shot him. Okay, double shot him.
Yeah.
I presume you mean them, not me.
Yeah, yes.
This is the guy
That
that's
is
been
many
at that.
levels of success. I believe I've definitely qualified for the extra damage.
What is your damage?
It's going to be, I believe, it's I get an extra dice when I get the extra damage qualification.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
I'm not going to work out exactly how many degrees of success I was, but it was more than the
That is
threshold.
entirely
This
possible.
That's a reroll. Oh, fuck me. 25.
25. Okay.
To the 38. That's the chest. So straight through the heart.
Oh, you want to kill him straight through the heart? Okay. So yes, he sort of like he turns to watch the ship slowly sliding over you. He turns back just as you shoot him, and this whole boom, his whole chest explodes like Jesse Ventura in Predator. There's a huge crevice in his chest, and he's gone. The other guy's running now for the companionway as the explosions from below you continue, and flame starts to come up from through the grating of the companionway you're standing on.
I think we might have overkilled that.
So it's down to Gaius now. Not Gaius, sorry, Lothos. Your turn. One guy is running away.
Is it though?
That's a good question. His gun is jammed. He cannot return fire. That's the one he's jammed on.
Tough shit. Yeah, I hurl some pieces of crate to him.
Okay.
Well, some of stuff laying around. Let's see. I'm spending a fate point.
Okay.
That's the wrong.
There's loads of debris around. He is not going to dodge because he's preoccupied.
I failed again. But that was an half action, so I'm trying it again.
Okay.
Okay, that's a minimum pass.
Minimum pass. Okay, so
Yeah.
you lift up a crate that flies up and it catches him towards the base of the skull, knocks him forward, and he's cold on the floor in front of the lift.
Don't you want me to roll damage?
You can, yeah, go on. You can roll damage. Yeah, sorry.
It's 4.
It's 4. Okay, he's still unconscious in front of the lift though. So he's on 4. So he's not on 4. He's on 6. Okay. He's dead.
Oh no, so sad.
He's dead. He's dead now. The one that was unconscious that got Becky's first shot He was on the grate as all the flames have come around him. The creaking and the explosions from far beneath you now are growing in loudness. And some warning lights, some amber warning lights come on and start spinning around. They're gonna expel the atmosphere to stop the flames. So you better move.
Yes.
I move.
Okay. So can you roll me a dex roll a minute, please? Just straight dex, unless you have agility or athletics.
There is no
I've got
dex, it is
athletics.
agility.
Agility.
No.
Would acrobatics count?
It might if you have to dive through the door.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pass.
Ooh, well, I've got a fate point left, right?
I'm going to spend a fate point also.
What does the fate? Does it let you re-roll?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a re-roll because I got 99. There's no way of modifying that.
Wow.
Okay, yeah,
Oh
that's
my god, it's
fine.
I still failed.
Fate point can re-roll a test, give you a plus 10 bonus to a test, add a d6. Sorry, add 1 level success to a test. Count as having rolled a 10 for initiative.
Yeah, no.
Instantly remove damage.
I rolled 99, then I rolled 80. I mean,
Wow. Okay, so the three of you, Gaius, Lothos, and Dell, make it to the door, but it starts closing automatically. And Regia is still on the other side of it. What are you going to do? She's not quite made it to the door yet.
Let me see.
Can we try and what's this door made
hang
of?
on. I have a grapnel and line. So,
Okay.
as the door's about to close, can I try and hoist my grapnel through? Because if it's going to expel the energy, I at least want to be tied on, and then I've just got to solve the issue of breathing, right? So as I realise I'm not going to make the door, I'm going to try and grapple myself so I don't get sucked out in the atmosphere.
You could do that if you don't get sucked out. Yes, certainly. But unless the other two can maybe hold the door for somehow.
I do have
I can.
a little bit of a stretch.
Go on.
If you will bear with me, Phil.
Sounds good.
Because I got telekinetic control
Ooh.
that lets me pull and move out of thin air something that doesn't weigh more than 2 kilos. But
Right.
if I would do that on one of Regia's boots,
I wonder what you're going to say for a second.
You're going to pull her boot off, keep it as a keepsake.
no, I was hoping that maybe I was hoping that maybe sure enough. Oh fuck you! You know what I meant.
I know what you mean. Yes.
That's a bit of a stretch, though, isn't it? That's shifting way more than that weight.
I mean, I would say sort of grab a fire extinguisher in the doorway, maybe.
If that's enough.
Awesome. It's only the door's not going to cut people in half.
Okay. So I'll try and hurl any sort of robust shit.
I mean, you could stand next to it and do it. I mean, if you're going to roll it along the floor and hope to get it in as it closes, then that's going to be a roll. But I'll let you stand there and go as it.
Yeah.
It's like lift doors, isn't it? You can stand there and.
That's what I'm trying to do. So finding anything metal sturdy to keep the door slightly more open.
So Regia, they give you the few seconds you need to get through. Now you've got this thing jammed in the door, stopping the doors from closing. And the air starts from the ship.
Oh, I'm running slowly.
You knock it out, you punch this thing out, and the door slams shut, and the fire gets extinguished in the loading bay, in the docking bay, or hangar 7, hold 7.
Right.
Well, they're not getting the weapons.
I mean, we've definitely solved that problem, but he's going to be well pissed off at the collateral damage.
And you can be happy as
He's still got a ship.
you're the Inquisition. There's damage wherever you go.
The ship is still intact. If these terrorists had overthrown the ship, then it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
And we'll just blame it on them.
Okay.
It was their fault.
So you hear boots clattering on grated metal as the ship's armsmen appear down the corridor, rushing to see what has actually happened. And they find the four of you lying on the floor, standing, leaning against the walls, panting for trying to catch your breath. And they level the weapons at you because they don't know who you are.
No, I'm not about to tell him in front of a mercenary either.
And they say, "Surrender! Hand over your weapons."
Oh.
We probably should.
Be mishandled by them. I think I'd just show the badge. I'm going to have to reveal who I am in front of terrorists. I can't do that. They can't take my weapons. What if they put them in a box?
After people will touch them, Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, you know how long it'll take to strip them down? I've got to go back and issue my other cover in a minute. I bring out the badge.
Inquisition!
Surprise!
And we'll stop it there for tonight.
All right.
Okay.
No
Well,
one expects
thank
the
you.
Inquisition.
Nope.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
Lovely. Well done. I didn't expect you to destroy half the ship. Well, not half the ship.
It's just
A
a few.
tiny bit of ship.
It seemed like a very efficient way to use my final frag grenade.
I mean, you got more bang out of it than I did out of an entire crate.
Well, I mean, yeah. Like Becky did point out, there was ammo in that ship.
Yes, I knew very well there was ammo there. That's why I did it.
But you'll never get your hymn singing bolters now, Becky.
I didn't want one. I'm not even trained in bolter use.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That was purely I was trying to ask for something that they wouldn't have in the shop.
They've all gone for last guns, yeah.
Oh, it's just reminded
Nice.
me of in the old Abe's Odyssey games where you throw a grenade and there's like collateral explosions if you hit things. Oh, it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Phil's collateral explosion when he fired his pistol near a coffee shop. If you remember that one in the corporation game where he hits the urn.
Oh, God, yeah, there was so much going on there, though, wasn't there?
It was outside the library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ended up with a severed body being projected in the air through the blood vessel pumping out of them.
I still remember the first session though, when we crossed that bridge and there was just mayhem when we reached the other side. And
the Luton van versus in a race against Costa Coffee and Starbucks lorries.
yeah, there was a we had to go across the bridge. Was it across the Atlantic? We're on our way to America. With,
Yeah.
Yep.
I always remember it was a fucking bloodbath when we got to the other side. You know?
Yep. It was ridiculous.
And we had the backstories of how many children people were losing. How many children were losing fathers and mothers.
Oh yeah, every time.
I mean, that's just stuck around since that session, isn't it? That whole
brilliant.
notion of
One of my favorite bits was the going through that Star Wars film set.
I love the Star Wars porno.
Yeah, the Star Wars porno.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Judge. You get a glimpse of what is to come.
Well, he's played Corporation with us. He's in the Bognor Regis campaign. Sorry, Bologna Regis campaign.
Oh, yes, of course.
But there was the one where we had to wear gimp suits on the film set, didn't we?
Yes.
Yep. To infiltrate
By the way, I've
the
been
Palace
to
of Prince
Bologna.
King.
I've been to Bologna recently.
Oh yeah.
And I do believe I told you one of the last times that we played together that I was thinking about the sidewalks that had toes on them.
Yes.
And I was thinking about the name of the shop inside of the towers. It was a horrible sexual pun that I cannot recall.
Sounds legit.
It had to do something with periods. Oh, for fuck's sake, I do not recall it.
I remember the sidewalks though. It was the Fiat Mafia, and it was to encourage you to drive in order to increase pedestrian safety.
Also, I do recall that you let us find a Lamborghini, but that was a Lamborghini tractor. Rather than
Oh yeah.
Come on, of course.
Yeah. By the way, guys, it's been lovely playing with you after
I need
more
to
than
cut
a
the
month.
broadcast.
Yeah, thank you, Giorgio.
Oh yeah, that's shit. I thought we were logged off as always. Yes. Thank you for watching. Anyone who was
No,
actually
Yep.
watching.
fine.
Goodbye.
No.